There seems to be a lot of firebrand politicians right now, those who care more for politics and populism over democracy. But why have these charismatic officials gained such notoriety and power? And what are the unforeseen dangers to democracy by electing these firebrands to office? And are we just hurting ourselves? We'll discuss both points in this video and discuss how these cults of personality are a clear and present danger to the United States of America. In recent years, the American political landscape has witnessed the ascent of charismatic figures often characterized as populist firebrands. From the halls of Congress to state legislatures, these leaders have garnered significant attention, leaving many observers pondering a fundamental question: why do Americans elect dangerous populist firebrands to political office? This video delves into the factors that contribute to the rise of such figures and explores the implications for the nation's democratic fabric. To understand the phenomenon of populist firebrands in American politics, it is essential to consider the historical context. Throughout the nation's history, populism has periodically surged, often in response to economic hardships, social changes, or perceived political corruption. Leaders who tap into the grievances of a significant portion of the electorate can rise to prominence, promising to be the voice of the people. One key driver of the rise of populist firebrands is economic anxiety and discontent among certain segments of the population. Globalization, technological advancements, and shifts in the job market have left many Americans feeling left behind. Populist leaders capitalize on this discontent, offering simple solutions and scapegoats for complex issues, resonating with voters who feel disenfranchised. The role of the media cannot be overlooked in the ascent of populist firebrands. The 24-hour news cycle and the proliferation of social media platforms have created an environment where sensationalism and polarizing messages thrive. Populist leaders adept at crafting compelling narratives and connecting with their base through social media often gain a disproportionate amount of coverage, further amplifying their influence. The erosion of trust in traditional institutions, including government, media, and established political parties, has paved the way for populist firebrands. As skepticism toward these institutions grows, voters may turn to charismatic figures who position themselves as outsiders, promising to upend the status quo and bring about change. Populist firebrands frequently leverage identity politics and engage in culture wars to consolidate support. By framing issues in a way that resonates with specific demographic groups, these leaders create a sense of us versus them, fostering loyalty among their base. This strategy can be particularly effective in polarized environments. The phenomenon of electing dangerous populist firebrands to political office in the United States is multifaceted, rooted in historical, economic, and cultural dynamics. As the nation navigates this political landscape, it is crucial to critically examine the factors that contribute to the rise of such leaders and their impact on the democratic principles that underpin the American system. Understanding these dynamics is essential for fostering a more informed electorate and promoting a healthy political discourse that transcends the allure of populist rhetoric. In the wake of the rise of populist firebrands in American politics, it becomes imperative to scrutinize the potential dangers they pose to the nation's democratic institutions and principles. While charismatic leaders who promise change can galvanize support, the unchecked power and divisive tactics of populist figures raise significant concerns. The conclusion of this video explores the multifaceted dangers associated with the influence of populist firebrands on American democracy. One of the primary dangers posed by populist firebrands is the erosion of democratic norms. Leaders who prioritize their personal agenda over established democratic principles can undermine the rule of law, attack the independence of institutions, and weaken the system of checks and balances. This erosion can have lasting consequences, eroding the foundations upon which the democratic process relies. Populist firebrands often thrive on polarization, exacerbating divisions within society. By framing issues in stark terms and engaging in identity politics, these leaders deepen societal rifts, creating an environment where compromise becomes increasingly difficult. The resulting polarization can lead to legislative gridlock, hinder effective governance, and foster an atmosphere of hostility among citizens. As populist firebrands challenge established institutions, they contribute to a broader erosion of public trust. This erosion is particularly perilous as it weakens the very foundations of democracy. When citizens lose faith in the institutions designed to represent them, the potential for democratic backsliding increases, paving the way for authoritarian tendencies to take root. Populist leaders often target the media, framing them as adversaries and purveyors of fake news. Such attacks on the press can have severe consequences for the functioning of a democracy, as a free and independent media is essential for holding leaders accountable and informing the public. Threats to press freedom jeopardize the transparency necessary for a healthy democratic society. The divisive rhetoric employed by populist firebrands can lead to the erosion of social cohesion. By exploiting societal fault lines, these leaders risk fracturing the unity that underpins a strong and resilient nation. A fragmented society may struggle to address shared challenges, making it vulnerable to external pressures and internal discord. While the rise of populist firebrands in American politics may resonate with segments of the population, it is crucial to recognize and address the inherent dangers they pose to the nation's democratic foundations. From the erosion of democratic norms to the polarization of society, the unchecked influence of populist leaders can have far-reaching consequences. As the United States grapples with these challenges, it is essential for citizens, institutions, and the media to actively engage in preserving and strengthening the democratic principles that have long defined the nation. Thank you for watching. My channel, The Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including the history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice, and other topics of liberal arts and sciences including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which is a great comparison and contrast of the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. The Renaissance ushered in a golden age in the pursuit of knowledge both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason. Embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity opens up the world to each of us individually and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing and thinking. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. If you're looking to explore and experience what life has to offer, I'm sure you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. Please peruse my video library, and let me know in the comments what you get out of them and what other videos you'd like to see. But first, please take the quiz next to see if you're a Renaissance spirit. Live the Renaissance spirit.